Hello, fellow Toastmasters in District 45, friends and most welcome guests. I am Reese Eskridge, and I am your host for the educational Zoom sessions that you see here. Today, we're going to talk about the Club Success Plan, as you can see on your screen. The Club Success Plan is complementary to the Distinguished Club program, which ensures that the club has a structure for success each year. The success plan allows you to set specific objectives for each of the 10 Distinguished Club program goals. And here is what you want. If you achieve 5 of 10 goals, you earn distinguished status, 7 of 10 goals, select distinguished, and 9 of 10 presidents distinguished. District 45 also has an incentive for achieving all 10 goals. A special award recognized by the district. The 10 DCP goals, as I mentioned in a previous video, are listed here. There are 6 educational goals, 4 Level 1 Pathways Awards, 2 Level 2 Pathways Awards, 2 or more Level 2 awards, 2 Level 3s, 1 Level 4 Path Completion or Distinguished Toastmaster Award, and 1 more Level 4 Path Completion or Distinguished Toastmaster Award. For membership, there are only 2 goals. There are 4 new dual or reinstating members and 4 more new dual or reinstating members. New members is what it sounds like. Someone who's never joined a Toastmasters club before. A dual member is a Toastmaster who's already a member of another club who is joining your club. And a reinstating member, as it suggests, is a member who was once a member of your club, was not a member for some time, and then is rejoining the club. For training and administration, there is 1 goal each. A minimum of 4 club officer roles trained during each of the 2 training periods. And these club officers are able to be trained in different areas, different divisions, or different districts, as long as they attend the required sessions. And for more information on this, you can go to the District 45 website. For administration, there's an on-time payment of membership dues, accompanied by the names of 8 members, 3 of whom must be renewing members. If you have all renewing members, that's great. You'll accomplish that membership payment objective. And the on-time submission of the club officer list. To recap, clubs must have a president, a vice president, and a secretary treasurer at minimum. Ideally, the club has all 7 officer positions filled, in addition to the extra position of the immediate past president, who would serve as a consultant for the club. And as you get more into detail, you'll be able to do this section by section. And it is important not to overlook any detail here. Committee values, starting with the club executive committee, which are the 7 officers of the club. What are the club executive committee values? It could be anything you like, anything to which you agree to share and to exemplify throughout the year for the duration of your term. And this comes from Brene Brown's website, a list of over 200 200 personal core values. And sorry, I thought it was Brene Brown. It's actually Scott Jeffrey's website. And this provides a very comprehensive list of a lot of different values. You can go by this list or something similar and put it in this section. When you've decided what your values are, it will guide how you will interact with each other and your fellow club members. How will decisions be made? You can also decide on voting techniques. There are multiple voting techniques you can use to ensure more fair representation across the board. But decisions have to be made for you to achieve success. You can say that you communicate primarily by email. You can say you meet in person every so often. A club calendar is useful for this, and decisions should be made with member input, with fellow officer input, perhaps even with district leadership input. In other words, from your area director or from your division director or even from your district trio, which is your club growth, program quality, and district directors. You can also get input from guests and prospective members as well. How will the club executive committee resolve differences of opinion? This pertains more to conflict resolution. If it were me, I would allow everybody to list their opinion, come prepared to discuss it, and have everybody share one person at a time so that everybody has a voice. If there are potential conflicts, discuss it openly. Try to avoid favoritism. If everybody can find common ground, then opinion will become a substantial value. And perhaps you can even add to your committee values and club values as well. It's all right for everybody to have a different opinion as long as you have shared objectives and strive to achieve them with the shared commitment. This one is tricky, considering that Toastmasters is a volunteer-based organization. How will the club executive committee be held accountable for its responsibilities? First, you must know what its responsibilities are. Every officer should be aware of his or her responsibilities, ideally before the start of their term on July 1st of each year. And there are web resources available on toastmasters.org that list different tools for every club officer position. I encourage you to be familiar with those before jumping into the matter of accountability, because you will preset the stage for accountability by understanding your responsibilities. And at that point, you'll understand how to hold someone accountable. Who is the go-to person for certain things? How often would you meet with club officers? Do you want to have club executive committee meetings every week or every other week or once a month? These are questions that pertain to accountability for responsibilities. Continuing on with the committee values section, when was the last time your club conducted moments of truth? And for moments of truth, you can reference my previous video. And be honest, if your club did not conduct moments of truth 5 years over the past 5 years, then put that down and commit to looking at the moments of truth meticulously. Then, after you do, and you should be able to look at the moments of truth with at least your fellow officers at minimum, if not with members and guests, possibly, you can rate subjectively how beneficial the moments of truth were, how motivated people are to attend meetings, and how motivated people are to sign up for roles and not just merely attend and be bystanders. A wise Toastmaster once told me, if you're not going to actively participate in Toastmasters, then go to the cinema. If you're merely an observer, you should watch something that's on a screen that's pre-made. But if you sign up for committee roles, you contribute to a picture rather than merely watch it. And this question allows you to conduct a retroactive analysis, allows you to self-reflect. What has worked in the past? What is not working in the present? What can work in the present in order to ensure something works in the future? Be honest here as well. You must lay it all down. And then the other question is, what strategies will your club use to consistently ensure that members attend meetings and take on roles? For one thing, members should understand what roles are, and Toastmasters has resources about that as well. Motivational strategies are a great thing. In fact, I have something here. If I type in motivate under the search bar here, then it will pull up 218 different pieces of content. And I'm sure you'll find something in there that will be useful to you. That can guide your answer to this question. This allows you to list the members' names of each and every goal in the DCP. As you can see, this is the educational part. There are 4 level 1s, 2 level 2s, 2 more level 2s, 2 level 3s, and goals 5 and 6, which deal with the level 4 path completion, which is level 5, or a DTM award. And yes, the level 5 and DTM are separate. Further building on the educational goals, what obstacles keep members from completing projects? Ask your members this. Ask if there are barriers. What would they want, or what do they need in order to complete their educational goals? And it's okay for some members to submit multiple awards. In fact, it's something to encourage. One member may submit all 5 awards if they feel exceptionally dedicated, or if they have a very specific personal purpose in mind as it relates to the Toastmasters educational program. And if they use it as a basis for such things as career development or self-awareness or leadership development or identifying your communication style or some personal problem like parenting. The applications are endless. But it's important to tap into a member's personal motivations in order to identify their motivations for Toastmasters and therefore the educational program pathways. And when you learn what motivates them, you can better identify ways to motivate them. Education engagement, pathways familiarity, very important. If members are not extremely familiar with pathways, then it's worth hosting sessions geared towards the pathways program. In my club, we sometimes do educational minutes that are geared specifically towards pathways, how to sign up for meeting assignments, and how to submit levels, how to conduct the survey to identify which path is best for you, how to progress, including membership recognition, pathways recognition. By all means, announce your educational awards at your meetings. That's one way to promote pathways. There's plenty of other pathways materials that are free and downloadable on toastmasters.org as well. Use those, print them, disseminate them at your club meetings. How will your club prepare its new members to work in pathways? A new member profile sheet is one resource you can use. Who will be responsible for showing them around base camp? A vice president of education or vice president of membership can really help with this. Their mentors, if your clubs have a mentor program, this is where this will come in. Mentors can show your fellow members what Pathways is all about and how to work through it. On to membership goals. The qualifying requirement, you must have a baseline of 20. If it is less than 20, you must grow, and this may not even be up to date. Grow by 5 new members, but I think Toastmasters reduced it to 3 new members. Looking at the club status guide, yeah, see, it says 3 here, and this would be more accurate. This is the performance information regarding my home club, the Nashville Hudson Club. We are good with membership, which means that any DCP goals that we meet, as indicated by check marks here, will count towards the DCP program. But let's say that this base number was under 20. We would have to have a net growth of 3, which means we need 22. So it's good to list your membership base as of July, which will remain constant. And once again, that is this value. The to date number is how many members are officially part of your club right now. And the requirements are in the bottom section here. Motivation. Go to toastmasters.org, Google motivation. Type it in under the search bar. The club's plan to gain new members, that's another search you can conduct. Membership building is one resource that Toastmasters offers that specifically addresses this. Officer training, you absolutely should track who trains in what time periods. So you can list your officers here. You can say, yes, they've trained in June through August and in November through February. And one question that's worth asking is, what are some ways to motivate officers to attend a training session? And that goes back to motivation again. Administration goals. This is very simple. Membership dues, who's going to submit that information? Officer list, who's going to submit that information? Ideally, your club secretary and treasurer for dues and secretary for officer list would probably submit this. And what obstacles, if any, does the club have in achieving an administration? And what would be the resolution? And that is the content of the club success plan. This second to last page encompasses signatures that all of your officers should sign, as well as any club members who were actively involved in the preparation of this club success plan. When you have these signatures, you have confirmation that people understand and are on the same page. And this is an extra supplemental worksheet. Write down any action items that come to you as you work through the success plan. You can refer to this as you draft the success plan or after you complete it. If there's anything else that's worth following, you can ask at the end of your club success plan preparation session, is there anything else that people have to add? Are there any disagreements? And you would put the information for that here and select which DCP goal is most relevant to it. Who's going to be responsible? When are we going to complete this? Is there anything worth noting? And there is space enough for 4 of these items. And that is all for the club success plan. Before I close out the meeting, I do wish to share one thing. So let me stop sharing this and share my whole screen. This document here, if I can just adjust that, is my schedule for Zoom sessions. This Zoom session for today will be here, the club success plan. Next week, we will cover the club quality checklist. And for the rest of the month, we will cover club officer tools, finding a club tool, and the prospective member conversion guide. That is for November. And as you can see, the links to the previous 3 videos that I recorded earlier this year are now available for viewing. You can simply click on this link. It'll take you right to the video. With that, I thank you for watching this video, and I hope you have found value from it. And I will see you next Friday. Take care, you all.